It is done. It is over. Finite. The Dallas Mavericks have fired Nico Harrison. Welcome into this breaking news live edition of Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. Jeffrey Cooperstein here. This is a great start to my morning. I don't know about y'all's, but it is official. The Mavericks set a 10 a.m. meeting between Patrick Dumont and Nico Harrison to inform him of his dismissal, and the Mavericks are officially moving on from the Nico Harrison era 9 months after the Luka Doncic trade. The damage by Nico is already done. There is no undoing that, but we can finally start moving forward as a fan base, as a franchise, into this new era of Mavericks basketball. And this is why you subscribe to the channel, because when breaking news happens, of course, we go live the minute it drops. We put out a short. We also put out a breaking news video on the channel, so go check that out as well. And we had to break down this major breaking news of Nico Harrison being fired. And just a couple of quick housekeeping notes here. The Mavericks, according to sources from ESPN and The Athletic, are going to name assistant GM Matt Riccardi and Michael Finley as co-interim general managers. So those will be the guys tasked with heading the Mavericks into the 2026 NBA trade deadline in February, while Patrick Dumont conducts a full-fledged search for the next general manager of the Dallas Mavericks. So Nico Harrison fired by the Mavericks, no longer the GM of this team. And this was the best thing for everybody involved. It was getting so toxic around the Mavericks fan base in the American Airlines Center. The Mavericks were in a one-possession game last night. PJ Washington is at the free throw line, getting ready to shoot 3 free throws to tie the game. And the fans are yelling, "Fire Nico," while he's trying to tie and win the basketball game for the Mavericks. And look, the easiest way to get rid of the chance was to do what they did today and fire him. And good on Patrick Dumont for finally realizing that this had to happen. Finally realizing Nico Harrison could no longer lead this Mavericks franchise into the future. Do I wish it would have happened on January 30th before the Luka Doncic trade happened? Of course. But we can't go back and undo time. So finally, somebody got in Dumont's ear. Somebody told him, like, hey, man, we got to make a change here. You have to come see this for yourself. Dumont came into Dallas. He met with Mavericks brass. He saw the fan reaction during yesterday's game, and he decided that a change was best. And thank God he did, because I do believe that this is absolutely the best thing for the Mavericks franchise going forward. And it's finally time to move on from here. What is your one-word reaction to Nico getting fired? Down in the comment section, let me know what it is down there. Man, mine is relief. I am so relieved that Nico Harrison is no longer this team's general manager. I am so relieved that Nico Harrison is no longer in charge of making decisions for the Dallas Mavericks. It is just relief, man. It is just absolute relief. Sharon says, finally. Jared says, Dirk is the next GM. Samik says, we can't hire a new GM till a certain date. No, they could hire a new GM theoretically tomorrow if they wanted, but Patrick Dumont is going to do a full-fledged search for the next general manager of the Dallas Mavericks. So there will be an interim general manager. That's not to say they won't hire one during the season, but just for at least the foreseeable future. I don't know what the timeline's going to look like on that, but they're going to begin the search for the new general manager. And we'll get into some potential names and replacements here in just a moment. But man, it's a good day. We have producer Lopez here, who doesn't have a mic, but he's a Lakers fan, and I'll speak for him. He is very sad that Nico Harrison is no longer the GM of the Mavericks. He loved Nico, and he thanks him for all of his services to the Los Angeles Lakers. He might get a statue outside Crypto.com Arena, if we're being quite honest with you. Oh, man. I see Mike Griffith saying, hallelujah. Chris says, now they need to get rid of AD and Klay. Yeah, that's absolutely on the table. Look, one thing we knew that when Nico Harrison was in charge of the Mavericks, Anthony Davis was never getting traded. That was a fact. Like, he was never moving on from his boy. Now that he's no longer in charge, there is a possibility that AD does get traded. Now, there was a report out there that Rich Paul and Patrick Dumont have a good relationship. So that is I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign, but they have at least a working relationship. And if that means Anthony Davis stays, sure. But AD's got to get on the court, man. And he's got to play and he's got to stay healthy. Otherwise, what good use is he to us? BTW, no news, he got fired. What do you mean? No, that is the news that he got fired. I have news for you, man. Nico Harrison, Dallas Mavericks owner Patrick Dumont are expected to fire general manager Nico Harrison at a 10 a.m. Central Time meeting. It is 10:25. That tells me, Mr. Lopez, that Nico's fired. That's what that tells me. Yeah, he's packing up the boxes. He's getting ready to get on a private jet to Portland, Oregon at the headquarters of Nike, or maybe Los Angeles to go watch the Lakers play. Do the Lakers play tomorrow? Got the Thunder tomorrow. Nico will probably be in attendance for the Lakers versus Thunder game tomorrow night. So I would be willing to bet that by midnight tonight, Nico Harrison would not be in Dallas. Hit the like button if you hate Nico Harrison. If you are glad that he is gone from the Dallas Mavericks, hit that thumbs up icon right now. Greatly appreciate all the support. Free and easy way to help out the channel. And we do have a super chat menu here on today's show. Any super chat will get you on screen. If you want to put a comment about Nico, about Luka, about the team, whatever, we'll put you on screen right here next to me and we'll answer it. $5 will get a let's go Mavs. Let's go Mavs. $10 will say mean things about Nico, obviously within reason. We're not going to go crazy on here, but we'll say some mean things. And then $50, if you want to get crazy here on a Tuesday morning, we'll do a beer boot here on the channel. Appreciate all of the support. No super chats are required whatsoever, but they are greatly appreciated. They go directly back to helping out the channel, and they go back to supporting Chat Sports. So once again, super chat or use hashtag Mavs to share your thoughts on Nico Harrison getting fired, and we'll put you on screen right here. Loco, can we go back to that Anthony Davis social as well? I previously mentioned this, but AD is obviously the best player on the Dallas Mavericks, the highest paid player on the Dallas Mavericks, and has a long-term contract with the Dallas Mavericks. And Mark Stein had this report for Anthony Davis's future, where he said Davis's agent, Rich Paul, has established a strong relationship with Mavericks owner Patrick Dumont since the trade, and they are in regular contact. Now, what that means, I don't really know. Does that mean that an Anthony Davis trade isn't going to happen? I don't think so. Does that mean that an AD trade is more likely? I don't necessarily know. Oh, well, I will clarify this. I do think an Anthony Davis trade is more likely because it was at 0% as long as Nico was in charge. Now that he is not in charge, no longer an impossibility that AD gets traded. Look, AD's been solid this year. In 4 or 5 games that he's played, 21 points a night, 10.2 boards, shooting 52% from the field. The problem is he doesn't stay on the court. He has played in 14 of a possible 46 games for the Dallas Mavericks. That is not good enough if you are a franchise player. You have to stay on the court more than that. And the Mavericks traded Luka Doncic because they didn't believe in his ability to stay healthy long term. They traded for a guy who never stays healthy and had an injury history before. That was just that was the mind-boggling move of all time. Is you traded the guy who the city loves, the city identifies with, was the face of Dallas basketball, is the face of the NBA, who everyone absolutely adored and loved in this city. And you traded this guy, who is going to win the MVP this year, by the way. I've been saying it all offseason. Like, there is no doubt in my mind he is going to win most valuable player of the National Basketball Association this year. And you traded him just because you weren't aligned with him on certain issues, and you weren't aligned with him, and you didn't believe in his ability to stay healthy. And it's just the most asinine thing possible. Like, there was only one guy in the world that wanted to trade Luka, excuse me. And he got it done somehow, which is even more unbelievable. But good on Mavericks owner Patrick Dumont, because he did realize his mistakes. He realized that signing off on this deal was a mistake. And he is now, and it's a very, very long road, he is attempting to rectify this mistake, which you really can't, by moving on from Nico Harrison, which was the absolute right move for the Dallas Mavericks to do. A couple of names that you need to keep in mind for a potential general manager search is Dennis Lindsey, number one, who was the senior advisor to the Mavericks during the 24-25 season. What happened then? Oh yeah, Mavericks made the NBA Finals. Dennis Lindsey was pretty influential in bringing in guys like Dante Exum, who, again, hasn't played this year. Another failed signing by Nico Harrison. a guy who just can't stay on the court. He missed 30 games his first year with the Mavericks. He missed 62 games last year, has missed the first 11 games this year, and who knows when he'll be back. But I do like Dennis Lindsey as a basketball executive, was a GM of the Utah Jazz, has been around the block for a long time, could absolutely be a candidate to take the Mavericks into the future. Couple of other names to keep an eye on. Bob Myers, the 4-time NBA champion GM of the Golden State Warriors, obviously brought in Kevin Durant to Golden State, was responsible for drafting Draymond Green. Was dealt a pretty good hand in Golden State, but also very, very difficult to manage those personalities and made that into a true dynasty. So that's a name as well. Then you can look at Masai Ujiri, who was the architect of the Raptors championship in 2019. He could be a name to look at. Dirk Nowitzki's not going to happen. He does not want to be a general manager, I don't think, in my opinion. Would it be good to bring him in as an advisor? Absolutely. I think any time you can bring the best player in your franchise's history, the greatest player, the most important person in your franchise's history, back and involved with the franchise, that would absolutely be a good thing, man. It absolutely would. Michael Finley and Matt Riccardi are the interim general managers of the Mavericks, and then we'll see what happens if they hire a full-time new general manager. Shout out your city, though, down in the comment section. Let me know where you're tuning in from here today on the show. We are live at the Chat Sports Studios here in Dallas, Texas, about a mile away from the American Airlines Center, where presumably all these moves are taking place. And, man, I am very, very happy and excited that this is happening right now. This is happening right now. Asia watching from Brooklyn. Sharon's watching from Dallas. We got Brazil in the house. We got Irving. We got Garland. Man, it is just a good day. It's a good day. It's a good day. The block party might be on the South Plaza of the American Airlines Center. No, not quite. We got St. Louis. We got Boise. We got Boston. Michael Fraser says Michael Finley will be the next GM. That's definitely a possibility. He's going to be in contention for that role. Will the Mavericks go that route? Remains to be seen. He's the interim general manager at least, but yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I just sent you a slide, by the way. Montreal, we got snow day up in Montreal, so you're not at work. Montreal. Parade on Nowitzki Way. I love that. I love that. No, they're not actually having a block party, Asia, but I would love it if they did. We got Bronx, New York from Asia, or from Maya. So happy that Nico Harrison is gone. Corpus Christi, Lakers, Nico is the best general manager. Yeah, I mean, for the Lakers, he absolutely is. Mark White! What up, Mark White? How you doing? Appreciate you tuning into the show. We got Fort Worth as well. Man, it just feels... It doesn't feel good. It just feels relieving that he's no longer. Noah Turner, use hashtag Mavs on the end of that, and we'll put it up on screen and answer it right here. So just copy and paste that and put hashtag Mavs at the end of it, and we'll put that on the show. Jamarion West, my man, in the chat as well. We got Belarus in the chat. Already bought my tickets for tomorrow's game. We will be live for tomorrow's game here on the channel against the Phoenix Suns, by the way. So subscribe and turn on notifications because you will be notified when we go live. We'll be hanging out, talking about the game, talking about the future of this Dallas Mavericks team, and a huge weight off our shoulders as Nico Harrison is no longer involved with the Dallas Mavericks. Woo! Super 214, where's Avery Johnson? Avery's a good guy. We don't need him back with the Mavs anytime soon, though. Don't need him back anytime soon. Let's see. We got Samik says, it's far ahead, but do you have anyone who you would like in the 26 NBA draft? I mean, sheesh. Yeah, there's a few guys like any of the top 4 or 5. Darren Peterson, AJ DeBansa, Koa Pete from Arizona, DeBansa, Peterson, Cam Boozer from Duke. There's quite a few guys. The kid from Virginia Tech who's like the Luka clone. That would be sick. Yeah, I mean, it is early to think about that, but we'll see what happens there. It's certainly early to think about that, though. Yeah, use hashtag Mavs down in the chat. We'll get you on screen. Asia Robertson says, will they try to get Luka back? It's a difficult thing because they had no chance to get Luka back while Nico was in charge, but now that he is not, it opens the door for a potential return down the line. Is it going to happen? Extremely unlikely, but it absolutely opens the door for them to do that. JT Toppin from Texas Tech. I like him. Do I think he is going to be an elite lottery pick? I do not. So I think you're going to stick with the likes of Peterson, Boozer, Debansa, Koa Pete, and I'm sure there will be a couple others that emerge as well. No, Shams did not get hacked on this one. Shams did not get hacked on this one. This one is 100% real. Thank God, man. Whew. Nico is gone, and it feels good. It feels good. And look, this team started 3-8. The pressure was mounting on the guy, and it was just time for him to go, man. It was just time for him to go. I'm looking at Twitter to see if there's anything else that has come at the moment. A letter, so this is from Stein, a letter from Patrick Dumont to fans explaining the decision to part ways with GM Nico Harrison is expected to be distributed today, whatever the hell that means. But we will obviously have you up to date with what Dumont has to say. If it were, I think Dumont should have to do a press conference and answer some questions in public on camera as to what the decision rationale was here and to what the decision rationale was 9 months ago. Absolutely do that. We got our first question in from the conservative talk. The conservative talk, appreciate you, says, new respect for Dumont to admit they messed up by hiring Nico. Absolutely. Yeah, Dumont deserves credit for making this move. And is it 9 months a couple late? 9 months too late? Yeah, it probably is. But I absolutely do want to give Dumont credit because somebody or some people finally got into his ear. Because if you guys don't know, Patrick Dumont was an extremely hands-off owner. He frankly had nothing to do with the Mavericks but writing the checks. And somebody finally got into his ear and was like, hey man, this can't fly. Like, this guy can't be in charge of this team for much longer. And I don't know how, but it finally got to Dumont and it finally resonated with him to the point where he felt it necessary to come to Dallas and observe it for himself. What happened yesterday? Dumont had a fan in a Luka Lakers jersey talk to him during the second half. He heard the Fire Nico chants at the end of the game. He saw the negativity, the tension that everybody was playing with and that everybody had in the building. And he decided to make the correct decision for the Dallas Mavericks. So I do have some respect for Dumont for finally owning up to the mistake, but man, you got to move on from here, and we got to see where this team gets built in the future, because now I think we can truly not move on, but move forward from the trade, and we can finally start to build around Cooper Flagg. And I haven't even mentioned Flagg's name once today, which is probably a misstep on my part. He was awesome last night, man. Like, he played the best game of his career by far. He had the ball in his hands late. He was going at Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like, I loved what I saw from Flagg last night. He is absolutely someone you can build around. You just got to find those right pieces. And I do think this team could become a contender if they build correctly around Cooper Flagg. What does that look like? That'll be the next job of the next general manager, whatever that looks like. But to answer your question or your comment, absolutely newfound respect for Mr. Nico. Isaiah coming in with the question as well. Not a Mavericks fan, but I'm glad this happened. Wishing you guys the best going forward. Appreciate you, my man. Yeah, it feels good. Like, legitimately, I think other fans of other fan bases, even Lakers fans, feel bad for what us Mavericks fans are going through. Mr. Lopez, our producer here, doesn't really feel that bad because he has the best player in the world on his team in Luka. But man, like, we've gone through hell and back. We've gone through hell and back, and it's been very sad, man. Very, very sad. Flippy's Clay's coming in, says, trade AD and Klay while they have some value. Might not be much, but I'd take anyone at this point. Absolutely agree. The only people on the Dallas Mavericks that should not be traded and will not be traded are Cooper Flagg and PJ Washington. Washington has a trade restriction and cannot be traded this season. Flagg, you obviously don't trade him because he's the number 1 overall pick and 18 years old and is already playing really, really well as a rookie. So those are the two guys. Anybody else? Absolutely on the table. Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving. I'll say it. And I love Kyrie. Like, don't get me wrong. I have nothing but good things to say about Kyrie. If you get the right deal for him, trade him. Daniel Gafford, Brandon Williams. Let's see. Who else? Anybody not named Flagg or PJ, we'll see you. If the right deal comes along, obviously. Another one from Flippy says, Cuban hired Nico, not Dumont. Cuban absolutely hired Nico and is certainly culpable for some of the stuff that has gone on, but Dumont was the one that signed off on the trade at the end of the day. He was the one that approved it because Nico went to him and said, hey, I want to do this. And Dumont said, okay, because he literally had no idea what he was doing. So, yes, Cuban certainly has blame, but he is not the reason why this happened. He is not the reason why this happened. Hit that thumbs up icon as well if you haven't already. Free and easy way to help out the channel as we break down the firing of Nico Harrison. Tweets are coming in as we speak, and news from this official, the official news has not come out yet, but we are looking at all of the tweets and all of the news that come in as it happens. So I'll give that to you as well. Have not seen much else other than that Patrick Dumont will put out a letter to Mavericks fans, and Matt Riccardi and Michael Finley will serve as interim GM of the Dallas Mavericks. This one I believe this is Maya. Do I think Cooper Flagg will be in the MVP and also the Rookie of the Year race? MVP, absolutely not. I mean, let's be real here. The Mavericks are going to lose 50-plus games. Rookie of the Year, 100%. Will he win Rookie of the Year? I don't know. VJ Edgecombe's playing really well. Dereck Queen's playing really well. You have the likes of, who else? You have, who am I forgetting as far as rookies? But those have been the two best rookies at the moment. Flagg is playing really well as well. So he'll certainly be in that Rookie of the Year conversation. We got our first super chat coming in here from Whale Driver. Appreciate you, Whale. We'll get you on screen as soon as we can. Carlos says, I'm not even going to say what he said there. Producer Lopez just put this on my screen. I think I've done a really good job here. This could be a new segment. Let's go through all of the ridiculous quotes that Nico Harrison had. This might be number one. I think I've done a really good job here. Fortune favors the bold. Time will tell if I'm right. Defense wins championships. Let's see what else. This one on the training staff. We believe our guys are better. The guy he fired won the NBA Trainer of the Year last year, by the way. Let's see. We believe in this move, and we think it's in the best interest of the Mavericks. My obligation is not to the fans. It's in the best interest of the Dallas Mavericks. Let's see. What else do we have here? I'd never said a bad thing about Luka. I want to move on from this trade as well. Let's see. What else do we have here? That's all I can think of off the top of my dome, but there's a lot of them. There is absolutely a lot of them. $10 super chat coming in from Whale Driver. Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, I will. I will in a second. Let me answer the super chat first, though. Are we going to do the right thing and tank, pair a point guard with Flagg, and we'll be mighty good in a few years? Or we might be good in a few years. They don't have to intentionally tank. They're going to organically tank because they're genuinely not a good team. Like, they're going to lose a lot of games as it is. So you won't have to worry about that. They're going to lose a lot of games and they'll be in the lottery. Yeah, I mean, you can, and it's honestly not even as simple as drafting a point guard. Like, it's as simple as drafting another very good player to put alongside Cooper Flagg. Whether it's a point guard, whether it's a wing, and hell, like, they have the big sort of figured out, but Dereck Lively can't stay healthy. They did sign Gafford, do an extension there, but yeah, I mean, I do think the best course of action for the rest of this season is to keep this team intact, lose some games, and get a good draft pick. I absolutely do that. And with that $10 super chat, we do have to say something mean about Nico Harrison, because that was on our super chat menu, by the way, if you want to flash that, Mr. Lopez. I hope Nico Harrison gets Legos in his shoes for the rest of his life. I hope he gets Legos in his shoes for the rest of his life. Here is our super chat menu, by the way. Any super chat will get you on screen, and we'll answer questions about the Mavericks. $5 will get a let's go Mavs chant going. Progressively worse, Nico Harrison comments. I don't know how I can get worse than Lego. I mean, that's a pretty harsh one there. I don't know. And then $50 will get a beer boot going as well. Michael Frazier coming in. Does Nico rank as the worst GM of all time despite a finals appearance? There is no question who the worst GM in the history of sports is. The history of sports, let alone the history of the NBA. It's not even close. Not even close. Not even close. Vampire, that is not true. Our pick is ours this year. It will not be taken away unless they trade it, which I don't believe they're going to. So, my man Johnson, you in the chat. Appreciate you, Johnson. Welcome in. Melvin, though, on screen here. Do we think we could get Luka back in free agency after Nico firing? It was 0% with Nico in charge. I would put it up to about 0.5% at the moment. Luka is under contract for the next two seasons after this with a player option for a third. So the earliest he could become a free agent is 2028. Correct. 2 seasons after this. So if he opts out of that, he could be a free agent in 2028. See what happens from there. Do I think it's an impossibility? I do not, Melvin. Do I think it's likely by any means? Absolutely not. I do not. I do not. Johnson, will AD get traded? If I had to guess if AD was traded right now, in season, I would say no. Maybe in the offseason, though. I don't think the Mavericks are going to trade Anthony Davis in season. AD doesn't have much value right now, by the way. Like, he doesn't stay on the court. He has missed 6 straight games already. He has played in 14 of a possible 46 games since the trade on February 1st. Like, he has not stayed on the court with the Mavericks. So I don't know if he has much value here at the moment. Like, has AD been good when he's played? Of course he has. He's averaging 21 and 10 this year. He's shooting 52% from the field. He's still playing good defense. He just can't stay healthy. And that is the best of, oh my God. We're not even, no way. No way. We're not doing this, Lopez. We're not. Oh, we can do that. That's fine. But at the end of the day, I don't foresee an AD trade here in season. In the off season, though, I absolutely could see it happening. All right. What is your least favorite memory of Nico Harrison as GM of the Dallas Mavericks? I think it's an obvious answer. I mean, there's a few. There is more than one, certainly. But obviously, it's the Luka Doncic trade. But, man. This guy completely destroyed the franchise and the culture of the Mavericks organization. He traded away the best player in the NBA because, I don't even want to get into it, but he traded the best player in the NBA because he didn't like it. He is the only one in the world that wanted that to happen. And he made it happen, and it's very unfortunate. Nico is no longer have a job. He will never have a job again in the NBA. Luka's on the flagship franchise of the NBA, so that's a tough one. He also let another top 15, 20 player in the league walk for nothing. And this one's a little more complicated. Like, the Knicks were obviously tampering with Jalen Brunson, and they obviously were in his ear. And as soon as the Knicks hired Rick Brunson, his dad, to be an assistant on their coaching staff, Jalen was more than likely going to leave. But they could have also signed him to an extension, 4 for $55, which Brunson offered himself to sign with the Mavericks, and the Mavericks said no. That was another misstep by Nico Harrison. And by the way, not only did he make the worst trade in NBA history last year, he probably made the second worst trade in NBA history last year as well, trading Quentin Grimes and the 35th overall pick in exchange for Caleb Martin. Now, I will say this about Caleb Martin. Last night against Giannis, he actually played some very good defense, and he does know how to play against Giannis. And you know what? If the Mavericks were in the East and they had to play Giannis 3 or 4 times and potentially in a playoff series, maybe it would have been worth it. However, they're in the West. They only play Giannis twice. Pretty bad deal. The Sixers ended up drafting Janai Broome, the center out of Auburn, with that 35th pick. I don't really know what Janai has done this year. I don't think it's much, but QG has been absolutely fantastic for the Philadelphia 76ers. He's becoming a playmaker. He's a sharpshooter. He's a wing defender. The contract saga is the main reason why he was traded. And you know what? I'm going to be fair here. Like, from that standpoint, I do understand the thinking behind trading Quentin Grimes, because you were always going to have a contract situation there. He wanted $30+ million in his new deal. Did not get that from anybody. Ended up signing the qualifying offer. It's going to be an unrestricted free agent this next season. But he's certainly playing well, and he's playing very well. And the Mavericks, Caleb Martin's completely useless. Again, except for last night where he actually played pretty well against the Milwaukee Bucks. So those were just a few of the horrible moves that Nico Harrison made. Among the others, firing Casey Smith, the best athletic trainer in the world when it comes to basketball. He was the Team USA trainer. He won multiple Trainer of the Year awards. Like, he was the best guy. Like, that is another bad move Nico Harrison made. Basically, anybody who was a part of the old regime, Nico wanted out. And he got him out. So he got his way. And look where we are now. Nico no longer involved. Mavericks had to move on from him because of everything that he did to this franchise. You guys let me know down in the comments, though, who should be the next Mavericks general manager. Also, go vote in our live poll. Do you think it should be Dirk Nowitzki? Should it be Bob Myers? Should it be Masai Ujiri? Or should it be other? And if it's another, type who you want down there in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. What's up? Yes, 66% of you are saying Dirk Nowitzki. And while look, no, you are not going to find a person who loves Dirk Nowitzki more than me. I don't want Dirk Nowitzki as the general manager of this team for a couple of reasons. Number one, Dirk doesn't have any front office experience, and I do think that is important when picking this next general manager. I think you need to have the front office experience. I would love someone who has been a general manager before in this league. Number two, I don't want the pressure of turning this franchise around on Dirk Nowitzki. I don't think that's fair to Dirk whatsoever. Like, the next general manager has an extremely, extremely difficult task ahead of him. And I don't think it's fair to put that on Dirk. Now, if you want to bring Dirk back as an advisor to the GM, like have a sounding board, absolutely do that 100%. But Dirk's involved now with in the media with Amazon, and he's doing his other stuff. Like, no, I don't know if I don't think Dirk wants to be the general manager, and I don't think it would be fair to Dirk to hire him as the general manager of this team. Johnson used straight up trolling, saying Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson's out there doing whatever it is he does out there in Montana. So that certainly won't be happening. You know they're going to show Nico and Rob sitting together at Lakers games. You're probably right, Noah. You're probably right. It would be, dude, what if Nico... Well, I would be almost willing to bet money that Nico will be at the Mavericks-Lakers game at the end of November in LA. The day after Thanksgiving. He'll be there. Nico is from the West Coast. He's from Portland. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. Cowboys champ says, make it Finley. Got to rebuild with no picks. Yeah, the pick situation's not fantastic there. I want Finley, literally just somebody that cares about the city. My only problem with Finley is that, do we know if he signed off on the trade or not? Do we know that if he's someone who was a supporter of the trade, and if he was, I want him out. If he wasn't, that's fine. We can consider him for general manager. He should absolutely be considered. I don't know if he should be hired, though. Johnson. Where's Marshall when you need him? Go back to Marshall's stream, Johnson. Nah, we always love our boy Johnson U, man. We always love our boy Johnson U. Dirk is the only GM to get Luka come back in free agency. I mean, I don't know if that's true. Like, would it help having Dirk in a position within the Mavericks front office? 1,000%. Would Dirk get Luka back guaranteed? Of course not. So, look, I just don't think Dirk is ready for that role as general manager of an NBA team, especially one that is under as much scrutiny and pressure as this franchise is right now. Flippies, Clippies. Mavs called everyone called it rigged when we got Flagg. Besides Dallas fans, no one was saying rigged when we traded Luka. I'd love for Dumont to investigate what exactly was said between Nico and Pelinka. I mean, sure, but at the end of the day, again, Dumont signed off on the deal. Nico came to Dumont and said, hey, I want to do this deal. And Dumont was like, all right, you're the general manager. I'm going to let you do it. And that's what happened. So while, yeah, it would be awesome if we could actually know what happened over at Ascension Coffee at the Crescent, which, by the way, great coffee. I've been boycotting since February 1st. Now I can go back. I might go get some Ascension Coffee tomorrow morning. Shout out to Ascension. No free ads, but very good coffee if you're in the Dallas area. Yeah, so look, Dumont's going to issue a statement to Mavericks fans later today explaining the firing of Nico, but we'll see what he has to say, and we'll see how the franchise moves on. One sec, just got to respond to a message here. Yes, sir. Hit the like button if you love the Mavs, and if you're excited Nico is fired, hit the like button as well. I'm absolutely excited that he's fired. Crazy Freak says, nothing happens as long as the owner is in charge. He'll just hire another Nico. Here's why I'll disagree and why I think this next general manager hiring will be different. Dumont now has a, for lack of a better phrase, concept of a plan of what he needs to do as owner of the Mavericks. That he can't be completely hands-off, and he needs to have some semblance of an idea of what this team is and how the NBA works. The reason the Luka trade happened at the end of the day was because you had a bad actor in Nico Harrison, but also because Dumont quite literally had no idea how the NBA works. And while as stupid as that may sound, like breaking news, you need having the best player in the world on your team probably helps you a little bit, right? Probably does. So I think Dumont learned his lesson. He learned it the hard way because he got burned. And now he will know that this next general manager, yes, will be tasked in charge with day-to-day operations of basketball. But if there is a major decision to be made, absolutely Patrick Dumont will be involved and will be more informed about that decision being made. So there's no question about that. And no doubt, Luka is going to do what's best for him. Like, I'm not saying he's going to be back with the Mavericks whatsoever. If I had to put a percentage on him returning to the Mavericks, be less than 1%. But it's not zero anymore. It's not zero anymore. And I just wonder what's going through his head right now. He's probably laughing his ass off at the moment. You said what? He's going for 50 tomorrow against the Thunder on national TV. Oh, man, that would be something for sure. That would be something. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already as well. We're trying to get to 33,000 subs as soon as possible. We will be live for tomorrow's game against the Phoenix Suns as well. So subscribe, join the channel, come hang out. We give you all of the latest Mavericks news and rumors, analysis. We go live when crazy things like Nico Harrison getting fired ends up happening. And we'll keep you up to date with all things surrounding the Dallas Mavericks. The next video on the channel will likely be Nico Harrison replacements and who they could look at as potential next general manager replacements. And I have a few names in mind, and we'll go into more detail about those names there on the video. But obviously, Michael Finley is on the list. Dennis Lindsey is on the list. Bob Myers is on the list. Masai Ujiri is on the list. You're going to think I'm crazy for this one, Lopez. Jason Kidd is on the list. Move up, and then hire a coach. I do think that is a possibility. Is it a likely possibility? No. I do think that is a possibility that Jason Kidd could end up being promoted to GM. I'm also in the minority on this as well, though. I think Jason Kidd's a good basketball coach. I do. Like, I actually do believe Jason Kidd's a good coach. And I'll give you Exhibit A. After the trade last year, this team played hard, they fought, and they stayed together. This team this year, they're still playing hard for the most part, and they're staying together for the most part. And that is absolutely part of the battle, especially in the NBA. And especially with what's going on surrounding this franchise. Like, I believe Jason Kidd's a damn good basketball coach. Is he elite? Is he one of the top 5 coaches in the league? Probably not. Certainly, I would say he's in the top 10. And he's not the best X's and O's coach in the world, but he knows how to manage the personalities. He knows how to relate to the players because he was one. So I do think Kidd's best role is as a coach, but it would not shock me if he was the next GM of the Mavericks. It would not shock me, man. Melvin says, Dumont knows how much the Mavs fans love Luka. I think he will try to overpay teams to get Luka back in Dallas. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, he's going to be a Laker for the next 3 seasons at least, so you don't have to worry about that. There's under no circumstances are the Mavericks getting Luka Doncic back via trade over the next couple of seasons. Like, I saw this video pissed me off the other day. Nick Wright, did you see that video? Where he's like, if the Mavericks offered Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, and Max Christie for Luka Doncic, Rob Pelinka would say no. Yeah, no shit. Thanks, Nick Wright. Appreciate the insight there, buddy. Like, of course, we just have some clueless people out there, man. Exactly. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, Jose Cruz brings up a good name as well. Mike Malone. The only way I could see, I don't think Mike Malone would be a GM. I think that would be the scenario where Kidd would move up to GM and then the Mavericks would hire Mike Malone. I could absolutely see a scenario like that happening. I could see that as well. I absolutely could see that as well. We'll stay live for as long as you guys want to. Keep using hashtag Mavs. Keep super chatting like our guy Matthew Temple just did. Sent in a $5 super chat. As long as the super chats keep flowing in, we'll stay live for you guys as well. Yeah, man. If you missed the news, Nico Harrison officially fired as general manager of the Dallas Mavericks. The news became official at about 10 a.m. this morning as the Mavericks have moved on from the man, the architect of the Luka Doncic trade, the destroyer of the Mavericks culture, fan base, and franchise over the last 9 months, is no longer employed by the Dallas Mavericks. And hallelujah for that. Hallelujah for that. Ugh. Baby, come back. Ooh, good question. How am I celebrating tonight? I love, yeah. Put in the comments how you're celebrating tonight. Producer Lopez, I think I'm going to smoke that stogie. I got a cigar at home. It's been waiting. Maybe grab a nice whiskey. Or maybe just some tequila on the rocks. Yeah, dark liquor with cigar, right? Go sit up on the rooftop, enjoy the view of the city. And just relax, man. No joke. It literally feels like I'm 15 pounds lighter. And I know I'm a big guy, but yeah, it looks gorgeous today. It's going to be 70 degrees and cloudless today in Dallas. Like, are you kidding me? What a day this is, man. I kind of wish I was outside, but no, I'm spending it with y'all. I appreciate you. Matt Temple coming in with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. This is pretty funny. Wouldn't surprise me if Nico got hired later today as a special assistant by Rob. I genuinely think that if the Lakers tried to hire Nico Harrison, the NBA would nix it. That's also a good point. That's also a good point. As long as Luka's there, would never happen. But if the Lakers did try to do that, I actually think Adam Silver might step in and say, "Look, man, you guys cannot do this." I could see that as well. Johnny Rhodes says, Kyrie to Houston for Van Fleet, Shepherd, and a pick. No. I like Reed Shepherd. No, thank you. Or we can talk. Houston has a bunch of good players. Like, we can talk. We're not going to get Şengün. We're not going to get Thompson. We're probably not going to get Jabari Smith. So, like, there's no real trade to be had there with the Houston Rockets, unfortunately. Yeah, Tari Eason. Like, would you want Van Fleet, Tari Eason, Shepherd, and a pick? Like, yeah. I'm not dealing with the Houston Rockets. I just don't think there's much value there. Don't think there's much value. Boss Hog coming in with the hashtag map says Mark Jackson. No, thank you. I do look. Mark Jackson was a good coach, not a great coach. Got fired in Golden State for a reason. And then what happened? They hired Steve Kerr and won 4 championships. And I don't even think Steve Kerr is that great of a coach. Like, I think he's actually a very overrated coach, in all honesty. But no, don't want Mark Jackson, frankly, anywhere near the franchise. The Mavs do have, and this will be interesting, Lopez, but I don't think this would ever happen. Frank Vogel is the lead assistant of the Mavericks right now. Could that be a scenario where you move Kidd up and hire Frank Vogel as head coach? I don't think that Jason Kidd would want to put Vogel in that position as far as Kidd being his boss. I don't see that happening, but Vogel is on this staff. It'd be a weird dynamic, so I don't see that possibility. Oh, okay. We have a report here from, let me go read this because I just saw something interesting here. Jake Fisher. And I've even said this. Like, I've legitimately even said this before. Mavericks personnel reportedly felt that playing at home was harder than being on the road because of the fire Nico chance. There is no question about it. Playing at home for the Mavericks was way more toxic than playing on the road. There is no doubt. Like, they wanted to get on the road to get away from all the negativity and toxicity around the organization. There's no question about it. Nico Harrison could go out in public on the road. He could sit in the stands on the road. Like, he didn't need his little escape route at the American Airlines Center. There's, like, sometimes that, like, especially in cases like this where the fans are just so pissed off and so just disengaged with the organization that going on the road and getting away from home is better for you. Like, I'll use a soccer comparison, but I know, like, there are some teams where it just gets super toxic that your own fan base actively wants you to lose, and you want to get on the road and just get away from that. So that's absolutely 100% the truth there from Jake Fisher, and I think that's a good point that he made there as well. Looking for other tweets and news and notes that have come in. I have not seen it. We have Draymond Green being a fucking clown on his podcast. There's no question there. He said, y'all just want to point the finger at Nico because that was the storyline. That is whack to me. Draymond, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up. You're a loser. You're an absolute bum. You've gotten carried by Steph Curry your entire career. You got suspended and cost your team a 5th championship, by the way, too. So get the fuck out of here with that. We'll see you. I do not want to be the GM of the Dallas Mavericks. First move as the GM of the Dallas Mavericks. Ooh. First move. Trading Anthony Davis. That honestly would be my first move. I would try to find a good deal for AD and trade him. Doesn't have much value at the moment. It's the problem. That would be my first order of business, though, is trading number 3 Anthony Davis. No question about it. No question about it. I have to clap back at Draymond for this tweet. Oh, I am. Exactly. That's the problem, Patrick Saunders. What do you get for AD? A protected one? Like, I was talking to my good friend and host of the Heat Report, Nick Roloff here, and he said he thinks you could get 2 firsts for AD. I don't think you can. I don't think you're getting 2 unprotected ones for Anthony Davis. He never plays. Making $53 million the next 3 seasons. And he never plays. Like, man, I just don't see it happening. And, oh, by the way, Anthony Davis tried to play on Saturday because he wanted to help out Nico. The Mavericks more or less overruled that. Patrick Dumont stepped in and was of the opinion that they should err on the side of caution. And AD has not played in the last 2 games. Now, we'll see if he plays tomorrow against the Suns. But he has now missed 6 straight games. He has played in 14 of a possible 46 games that he has been on the Dallas Mavericks. And the longer his time goes by, the more of a possibility is AD gets traded. One more time, I'll show you the super chat menu here. Any super chat will get you on screen right here, and we'll answer your question, your comment about the Mavericks whatsoever. $5, we'll do a Let's Go Mavs. Let's Go Mavs. Like, I actually forgot to do it for Mr. Matthew, so there it is. Let's Go Mavs. $10 will give you progressively worse Nico comments. My first one was, I hope Nico gets a Lego stuck in his shoe for the rest of his life. And I do hope that is the case, Mr. Lopez. I hope he has a Lego in the rest of his life. And if you want to send in a $50 super chat, we'll do a beer boot here on the show. 3 Das Boots will give it a chug here on the show. No super chat is required, but they are greatly appreciated as they do go directly back to helping out our channel. We appreciate all of the support. Ray Fan says trade Exum. Trade Exum for what? He's on a veteran minimum and hasn't even practiced with the team yet. You could get a bag of basketballs for Dante Exum. And I like Exum. I think he's a good player. Again, doesn't play. He's a player that doesn't play basketball.
I do have good news, Coop.
What's the good news?
I found a mic.
Lopez found a mic.
We're here. We're here to party now.
Officially welcome in producer Lopez to the show. He produces most of our shows here on Mavericks Today, so show Lopez some love in the chat. Absolute real one here, man. Absolute real one. Johnny Rhodes says, Gafford to Chicago for Kobe White. I'm intrigued. The only thing with trading Gaff is you need him simply because AD and Lively don't stay on the court either. Like, Gafford, he came back from injury. Gafford, he's still hurt. Daniel Gafford is not healthy at the moment, but he's playing through it. But this team would have no healthy bigs except Dwight Powell. And by the way, to add to that, Musa Cisse, who's on a 2-way deal with the Mavericks out of Memphis, looks pretty good, man. I gotta say, I like what I've seen from Cisse. They might have to do something with him. Like, they might have to get him on the full active roster here before the season ends. Biko coming in with a $10 super chat. Appreciate you, Biko. He's a real one. He's in most of our watch parties as well. Always see him in the comment section of our videos. Appreciate you, Biko.
I hope you're thinking about your insult to Nico.
Yeah, I gotta think about what I'm gonna say about Nico. Michael says, from finals appearance to this in 18 months, spectacular failure. You said it best, my friend. You said it best.
Nico made the Mavericks kind of a joke.
Kind of? We're the laughing stock of the league, dude.
I didn't really laughing stock. That seemed a little too harsh.
We are. It's the worst trade in NBA history. There's no doubt about it. There's no sugarcoating it. Like, the Mavericks are the laughing stock of the NBA. Whether we like it or not, is what it is, man. Chuck says maybe the Mavs waive Davis. They will not waive Anthony Davis, who has $160 million left on his contract.
That would look even worse.
That would be even worse. Yes. My man Biko coming in with the 10 says, if Nico was a scapegoat, at the very least, you get rid of said scapegoat. That is what they are there for. F Draymond. Agreed on F Draymond. But I do not believe Nico Harrison was the scapegoat. I believe he was the one that came up with the idea to trade Luka. I believe he was the one that had a power trip, that had an ego trip, and wanted Luka gone. As Luka said, they get rid of everybody I like. Nico got rid of everybody that was in Luka's corner. Casey Smith, Jeremy Holsopple, Scott Tomlin. The list goes on and on of people that were Luka aligned that Nico Harrison got rid of, man. And eventually, he got rid of Luka himself because he went on an ego trip. And then, for 9 months, continued to destroy the organization and the culture. Like, this Mavericks culture has to be completely rebuilt from the ground up. And that's the sad part about it. Like, prior to Nico Harrison's arrival in Dallas, the Mavericks were a very family-friendly organization. The people within the organization were so great. You have, like, from the PR staff to Donnie Nelson to just the main people in charge of running the day-to-day operations of the Dallas Mavericks were just great people overall. Is that the case anymore? You'll have to ask yourself that, but I don't think so. All right, Nico, I got to figure out what I'm going to say. I hope Nico, wherever he's traveling to today, has plane troubles and is unable to ever get out of the hangar and has to live the rest of his life in an airport hangar.
Ooh, actually, I hope he has to stop at another airport, another hangar, so he's not home anymore. I hope he gets stuck in, like, Montana. Montana, like North Dakota.
Well, unfortunately, and this, I have some news for you. He played at Montana State.
Oh, what's a state then he wouldn't like?
So he loves Montana. He loves Oregon. He loves California. Let's go with what about a Wyoming?
I hope he gets stuck in Wyoming.
Yeah. I like that. Plane has, issues, has to land in Wyoming. Hopefully, not, of course, no life-threatening issues. We don't wish that. But we do wish inconveniences for him at the best time possible. I did just get a Slack from someone. I won't name names. Someone says send him to Canada. And I don't disagree.
I think I know who this flag is from.
Boot him to Canada.
I think I know who this flag is from.
I'm in on that. We all know who the Slack is from. Shout out Trizzy Trace. Appreciate you, my guy.
I like the fun parts of Canada.
I like that, Triz. That's a good one.
Not the fun parts of Canada.
Chuck says, how's Max Christie playing for you guys? Max Christie is playing very well for the Dallas Mavericks this season. I'll pull up his stats real quick, but Max Christie is a guy who I wouldn't mind building around. I also, to be honest, wouldn't mind trading Max Christie while his value is high. Like, he started out his Mavericks tenure with the 7-game stretch of unbelievable play. He's been very good to start this year as well, averaging 13 points and 3 rebounds, shooting 45% from 3 this season and 81% from the free throw line. Like, Max Christie is, I would say Christie and PJ Washington have been the best Mavericks players on offense this season. So I like Max Christie a lot. I really do. And I do think he's someone you can build with going forward.
Max Christie, I think, could be like a top third option.
Yeah.
He could be a third option.
I do think he can blossom into that. Like, he's really getting an opportunity to stake his claim in the offense this year. And yeah, the Mavericks offense is the worst offense in the NBA, but Max Christie is certainly a bright spot of said offense. So I would not mind whatsoever if they were to build with him in the future. Would I want number 77 on the team? Of course. But do I like Max Christie a lot independent of the trade? Absolutely, I do like Max Christie.
Jose also had a good idea, or a good question.
What was
Can
that?
you do a keeper move roster talk, especially with post-Nico / trade deadline coming up? So we do a video, you break down the Mavericks roster, and it's, you keep this guy, you move this guy, what are we doing with him?
That is a fantastic idea, and is absolutely something that will be coming down the pipeline. The next video that will be out on the channel will be general manager replacements and candidates for who the next GM of the Mavericks will be. So we'll do that, and then we will take another deep dive at this Mavericks roster and look at who should stay, who should go, who realistically could be moved, who realistically can't be moved. We will absolutely take a look at that as well. Absolutely take a look at that as well. How old is PJ? I believe PJ is 27 years old, but let me double check that. PJ Washington is, yes, 27. 27 years old.
Remember to keep using y'all's hashtag Maverick, or your hashtag Mavs. We're here to talk ball all day if y'all want to.
Absolutely.
I want to sit here. Now that I have my mic, I can.
Yeah, Lopez
now.
found a microphone. Was it over here somewhere?
It was like just wrapped up over here. I was like,
Lopez couldn't find the mic. No, we appreciate you, Jose. Thank you. A realistic trade LA would entertain for Luka. There is not one. There's not one.
I don't know if you have.
There's not. It would be.
It's impossible.
They would say no to this. AD, Kyrie, Flagg, and 4 ones. They would say no.
Yeah.
It does. Like, if you traded AD, Kyrie Irving, and Cooper Flagg, and 4 first-round picks that the Mavs don't even have, by the way, for Luka, they would laugh at you.
Call me crazy.
Because Rob Pelinka's not a stupid general manager.
Is it crazy to say that Luka is as untouchable as Shohei is in baseball? Like, I don't think you can make a trade package for Shohei.
Yeah, I agree. I would agree with that. There's just nothing that you can do. Like, we'll play a hypothetical here, Lopez. Let's rewind time to January 31st when Luka was on the Mavericks. Is there a trade that you could have made that would have equaled the value of Luka? I would say there is, and we didn't know how Wemby was going to play this year. I would add Wemby to this list. I would say there is one person that I think you could have traded Luka for, and I would have been pissed, but I would have been like, you know what? All right. Who do you think that is?
I feel like with the age and just what they were doing, the only guy would have been Shea. I feel like
I would not have gone with Shea.
Jokic, he's good. He's already 30, I believe.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been Jokic.
Giannis is the same way.
Giannis is the one I would have said. I would have been pissed about.
You wouldn't have got as much time, though, out of him.
True. No, absolutely. You wouldn't have got as much time, but he has, I think, the closest thing to the most impact on the game that Luka does. I would have been pissed if they traded Luka for Giannis, but I would have been like, you know what? At least we got another top 3 player in the league. That's would have been my thinking. Outside of Giannis, though, I would have been really pissed.
I feel like if you were going to do it last year with Wemby, it would have had been like Wemby and like 4 or 5 first. Unprotected first.
Yeah, 100%. If I had to watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play every night, I would just absolutely be livid.
I feel like that would have fit best with the timeline, though. It's like similar in age. Like, don't get me wrong, Giannis, great player.
No doubt.
He might flame out a little bit sooner than Luka does.
Absolutely. Okay. Harrison being dismissed. Just reading this update from Mark Stein here to see if there's anything else. Let's see. Dumont is expected to share his explanation for the decision in a letter to Mavericks fans that is scheduled to be sent out later on Tuesday. Let's see.
Yep. I see a lot of people asking questions in the comments. Use hashtag Mavs so we can get you on the screen.
Hashtag Mavs will put you on the channel. We'll answer any question y'all have surrounding the Mavericks. This also from Stein, which we mentioned on the channel as well. He didn't fire Nico in the wake of widespread fan dismay and league-wide mockery of the trade, largely because he felt his original sign-off on the move demanded that he stand with Nico. And I absolutely understand that line of thinking from Patrick. He's the owner. He is the one that ultimately signed off on the trade. But Dumont did make the mistake. He admitted that he made a mistake. And he admitted the mistake by getting rid of this guy, man. He admitted the mistake. 2 people made the trade, said one source briefed on the process, referring to Harrison and Dumont. Yeah, Dumont just had no idea what he was doing. And he trusted a guy that he shouldn't have trusted. And that's on him. This says, so Dumont was hopeful. Biko, we'll get to your super chat in just a moment, my friend. That's fucking funny. Hilarious. Dumont was hopeful, especially after the Mavericks got Flagg, that he could give Harrison the entire season to try to get something out of this season with AD and Kyrie, but the optimism quickly dwindled, excuse me. Let's see. There's already been we mentioned this earlier in the show, there's been a push among some of the organization's influential voices to try to bring back Dennis Lindsey, who was an advisor to Nico Harrison during the Mavericks finals run. Longtime GM of the Utah Jazz, been around the league for a long time, will absolutely be a candidate for the next GM of the Dallas Mavericks. But Matt Riccardi and Michael Finley are the interim GMs of the Mavericks, and they will at least take control of the franchise for the foreseeable future. Whether that's 2 weeks, whether that's 2 months, whether it's the rest of the season, we don't quite know. But those 2 guys will be in charge of the Mavericks, at least going forward. Let's see here as well. Dumont is expected to lean heavily on Mavericks coach Jason Kidd, whose contract has been extended in each of the last 2 seasons after the Lakers and Knicks showed interest in trying to hire Kidd away from Dallas. So Jason Kidd will be involved in the decision-making process as well. And I do think that's a positive when your head coach is going to be leaned on and he is someone that's trusted. I think Jason Kidd's a good coach. I know some people don't feel that way, but I absolutely think Jay Kidd's a pretty good coach, and he wants what's best for the franchise. Let's see. Yeah, Rich Paul and Patrick Dumont have an established relationship or are in regular contact, so we'll see what that means for the future of AD, but nothing on that as of right now. We'll have something on Patrick Dumont's letter later today as well. See what he says to Mavericks fans and see how that comes out. Shout out Gina Miller, who just got hired as director of communications for the Mavs. Ooh. She better be getting paid like a lot of money. And I love Gina. Gina is a fantastic woman, but she better be getting paid a lot of money.
She's got her plate full today.
We got Biko with the 5. Let's go, Mavs. Let's go, Mavs. Can we get a Nico statue at the bottom of every urinal at the AAC? Oh, Biko. You always crack me up, man. That would be funny. I don't want to see that guy's face, though. Literally, if you go back and watch our watch parties, every single time I see his face, on the TV screen, I literally get angry, like legitimately angry.
I get angry.
So I just don't want to see his face ever again, to be honest with you. Yeah, and the Dallas Stars also play at the American Airlines Center, and I'm a huge Stars fan, for those of you that don't know. So I don't want to see his face when I go to the A's.
But just like imagine his face in like the urinal cakes.
No, I mean I get it. It'd be interesting. It'd be cool, but be cool, I guess. But I don't want to.
I think it'd be fire.
I don't want to see his face any longer. I don't want to see his face any longer. Got another one coming in from LBB, Lord Buddy Bear. Oh, not Lord Buddy Bear. My bad. From All Media. All Media. Lord Buddy Bear was from earlier. Shout out to Lord Buddy Bear if you're watching. Future Cooper, Najee, PJ, Max, and all three centers. Cooper, absolutely. PJ, absolutely. Max, absolutely. Najee, I like Najee Marshall. For the future, I don't know. Najee is in the second of his 3-year deal here with the Mavericks. I do like Najee, don't get me wrong. But am I married to Najee Marshall? Am I like, oh, we really can't trade this guy? No, not necessarily. I do like him, but I'm absolutely not of the opinion that you can't trade Najee. All three centers as well. I'll disagree with you there as well. Daniel Gafford, again, and I like all three of the centers. Again, I think they're very good players, and I do like them. Daniel Gafford, injury prone. Very tradable with his contract, has no trade restriction. So if a team were to come with the right offer for Gafford, I let him go. Dereck Lively, in his 3rd year of his NBA career, never healthy. Contract eligible this next summer. You cannot give Dereck Lively a contract extension. He doesn't play basketball. He played, I want to say, in... I'll go double check, but he's missed like a shit ton of basketball games. Dereck Lively. Lively played in 55 games his rookie year, just 36 games last year, 3 games this year. You can't pay a guy who misses over half of the time. You just can't do that. You can't give Dereck Lively a contract extension, man. Like,
you'd be paying another Anthony Davis.
Exactly. And I think Lively's a really good player. Until he proves and has a demonstrated ability that he can stay on the court, no way. No way. Does that mean I want to trade him? Not necessarily. But can I give him a contract extension? No, I cannot. This coming in from The Athletic, and I just got the email as well. The Mavericks have officially announced that the firing of Nico Harrison is official, and a search for a permanent general manager will commence right now, essentially. So
he's out of here.
As Ari Gold would say, get the fuck out. He gone. He gone. So the firing is official. The Mavericks did make a statement here. They relieved his role of general manager of president of basketball operations effective immediately. In conjunction with this decision, the Mavericks have appointed Michael Finley and Matt Riccardi as co-interim general managers to oversee basketball ops. A comprehensive search will begin for a permanent replacement. This is from Patrick Dumont. This decision reflects our continued commitment to building a championship caliber organization, one that delivers for our players, our partners, and most importantly, our fans. The Mavericks named Harrison president of basketball operations on June 28, 2021. First season with the team, I don't give a shit about that. And they're listing all of Nico's accomplishments, which does not matter at this point in time. So it's official. Nico Harrison, no longer the GM of the Dallas Mavericks.
Means it's time to party.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. This does mean it's time to party.
We can party now.
We can party now officially. Any super chat will get you on screen like we have the last couple of them. $5 will get up. Let's go. Mavs chant going. We've already said 2 bad things about Nico. We have said that we hope he gets a Lego stuck in his shoe and that we hope he has plane troubles on the way home. Not life-threatening plane troubles,
and he
of
gets
course.
caught in a not
in an
great-
airplane hangar.
in a not great
In a not great city.
Yeah.
Any minor inconvenience that can happen to him is what we want to happen. And $50, if we want to party here on a Tuesday, we'll take down a beer boot, man. We'll stay live for as long as you guys want us to.
If any of y'all are Raiders fans, or just chat sports fans in general, Mitchell Wren said he was in for a couple boots too.
You heard the man. If you're a Raider fan, come hop in and let's have fun, baby. Let's have fun. Like the video also if you haven't already. Spaniard Boy 214. What can the Mavs get for baby Hins Dwight Powell? The longest tenured member of the Dallas Mavericks. I don't know if you know this, Lopez. Dwight Powell came to the Mavericks in the Rajon Rondo trade in December of 2014 and has been here since.
I did know he was the longest tenure. I did not know when he got here.
He is also the only person that survived the entire Nico Harrison era.
So he's seen it all.
He has seen everything.
He's like a war veteran.
You could say that.
He's lived through Vietnam.
Look, I love Dwight Powell, man. I love Dwight Powell. He can't play basketball anymore, but I love him. Eric Jones says, thank the kid in the Luka jersey. Yeah, that story was crazy. Did you see this yesterday?
You were talking about it earlier, I believe.
Yeah, so there was a kid who wore a Lakers Luka jersey to the game, and this kid on opening night, by the way, it's a kid from Highland Park who goes to SMU, so he's very well off. His family has season tickets 4 rows behind where Patrick Dumont sits. And the kid on opening night against the Spurs flipped Dumont off. And good parenting by his parents. His dad said, like, the next game you go to, you have to go up and apologize to him if he's there. And so the kid went up, apologized to Patrick Dumont, and sat next to him at the start of the second half for like 5 minutes.
Still in a Luka Lakers jersey.
In the Luka Lakers jersey right next to him. I'll go find a picture. Like,
I'm about to say, if you want to find that picture, send it to TV. I can get it on screen.
There's pictures everywhere of this guy, and Dumont and him were like having a real conversation. And the kid was like, yeah, Dumont admitted it was a mistake, and he admitted that, that he tried to do what was best for the organization, and it just wasn't best. Here, I'll put this in photos. We're in Studio O, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll put it.
I will say though, shout out to the kid for standing on business and being like, hey, my bad, I messed up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Credit to Dumont for admitting fault. Even though it wasn't to the media and it wasn't public, but the kid made it public, so I guess it is public now. All right, here is the photo. Okay, should be in there now.
Let's see. Ooh, yep, there it is.
Got it.
Ooh, there it is.
Johnny says, only team Nico can't ruin is the Nets. Yeah, the Nets are beyond repair already.
I got you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool. Yeah, there it is. Right there. The kid sitting next to Mavericks owner Patrick Dumont at center court at the start of the second half in the Luka Lakers jersey. And apparently the kid apologized for flipping him off on opening night. And good on Dumont for accepting the apology and talking to the kid as well. 18-year-old kid apparently who was a freshman at SMU. Was very hurt by the trade, as we all were. You can go back and watch our live stream of the trade. You can see the pain on my face. It was bad, man. It was bad. David went, oh my, this might be even more breaking news than Nico Harrison being fired.
No way.
The McRib is back.
See it.
He gets fired on the day the McRib returns. Are you kidding me?
What a day to be alive.
Unbelievable. I'm not a McRib person. I'm really not a McDonald's person, to be honest, but I like McDonald's nugs, and their breakfasts are very good. But other than that, not really a McDonald's guy.
I don't even think they have the best nugs in the fast food game.
Who does?
You go to Wendy's, spicy nugs.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Wendy's spicy nugs are 5.
If you're not going for spicy nugs, you're crazy.
Wendy's spicy nugs are 5 for sure. But if I'm going for chicken.
No, they got good chicken. It's just not the best.
No, for sure. But if I'm going for chicken, I'm going to Cane's. I love Cane's.
Ooh, Cane's overrated.
The chicken isn't great, but the sauce is so good.
That's my problem. If they believed in seasoning, which I don't know why they don't.
And because it's a New Orleans or Baton Rouge company.
Yeah, I don't know how you don't have seasoning.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. But I like Cane's, and I love Chick-fil-A. Popeyes is very good.
A good Popeyes.
There's a spot that's over on Ross called Bad Chicken. Have you ever tried it?
I drive past it on my way to work.
So they say they have the best chicken Caesar wrap like in America, and it's been voted like a. Dude, it's like insane. It's all right.
Dude, no, it's good.
It's
not the best one in the world.
It's all right. You have to wait 30 minutes to get it. Number one. Number two, it doesn't even taste like chicken.
Fried chicken, bacon.
No, I'm not saying it's not good.
It's not the best.
Also, people who tell chicken Caesar wrap is healthy for you. No, it ain't.
Breaking news.
No, it ain't. And there's our talking chicken on today's show. Johnny Rode, Klay the Lakers for Vincent's expiring and Connect. I'm a Dalton Connect truther. I know he kind of stinks.
He not great.
I know he kind of stinks. I would need a little more than that, Johnny. But, I mean, shit, if you want to trade Klay to the Lakers, I'm open.
I feel like if I'm the Lakers, I don't know if I take that trade.
No, I wouldn't either. Absolutely.
I know they're a little money tight right now, so that expiring contract, you're happy about that. I'm hoping they find a way to sign Reeves.
Well, Klay's got 2 more years left.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Vincent's expiring contract, so you'll get money there.
Right. You're probably going to lose Reeves.
That's why I'm like, okay, let's keep expiring contracts. Find a way. Maybe there's
Find a way to keep him.
Maybe there is a God out there that can find a way to keep Austin Reeves in the purple and gold.
It's so nice. Oh, the letter to the fans is out. I'll send this photo to you, Lopez, and we'll read it together. We'll read it together. Patrick Dumont has issued a letter to Mavericks fans, and we will read it together here on the show right now. I'm putting it in photos here.
Yeah. You want to put it full screen? Should it be
yes, sir. Okay.
Yep. We got some more hashtag Mavs that we're going to catch up on. Y'all have some good questions.
Yeah,
we have some good talking points.
We will catch up on those here in just a second. But yeah, let's do that.
We have good talking points coming up.
All right. Here is the letter, which you might need to zoom in on your screen to see it, so I apologize, but we'll read it together here. All right. Dear this is from Patrick Dumont. Dear Mavs family, on May 30th, 2024, the Mavericks won the Western Conference Championship. We came up short in the NBA Finals, but we all agreed our future was bright. As fans of this franchise, you have every right to demand a commitment to success from us. No one associated with the Mavericks organization is happy with the start of what we all believed would be a promising season. You have high expectations for the Mavericks, and I share them with you. When results don't meet expectations, it is my responsibility to act. I have made the decision to part ways with General Manager Nico Harrison. Though the majority of the 2025-26 season remains to be played, and I know our players are deeply committed to a winning culture, this decision was critical to moving our franchise forward in a positive direction. I understand the profound impact that these difficult last several months have had. Please know that I am fully committed to the success of the Mavericks. Thank you for your support. Thank you for holding us accountable. And thank you for your passion and patience. You deserve transparency and a team that reflects your spirit. Our goal is to return winning basketball to Dallas and win championships. Our family is committed to that mission and to continuing to invest in Dallas and the Mavericks' future. Please join me in continuing to cheer on our players and supporting of all those who work to make this organization the best it can be. Go Mavs. Thank you, Patrick. I think that's a pretty good letter. I wasn't expecting him to say anything about the Luka trade directly. Also,
no, I don't think he will.
I think that's against the rules anyways. So I was not expecting anything of that nature, but I think that. I wish that maybe there would have been some sort of a line of, we made a mistake and we regret the mistakes that we made and we're trying to move on. But other than that, thought it was a pretty good statement. From Mr. Dumont. So that's
a job by his publicist.
Nice job by Gina Miller in day 2 on the job as the head of Mavs communications. Yeah, I think that was a good statement. Like we said, the latest news that we have is that Michael Finley and Matt Riccardi will be the interim general managers of this team for the foreseeable future. We don't know the timeline of how long that's going to last, but the Mavs will start a search for a new GM as soon as possible. And we have it there from Mavericks owner Patrick Dumont that the move has been made, that Nico Harrison is no longer in charge of the Dallas Mavericks. And that's where we sit at this current moment. One more time, we'll be live tomorrow as well on the channel for Mavericks vs. Suns. So come check us out. Come hang out with us as we officially get to usher in the new era of Mavericks basketball. And I can tell you this, Lopez, I will be in a much better mood doing watch parties now.
Oh, I think you're already glowing.
Yeah,
I
feel like
when you
it.
walked in today.
I feel it. I woke up this morning, went to Starbucks, got a nice little mocha, and I was like, you know what? This is going to be a good day. I get into the parking garage at work. I get the notis from Mark Stein. And I'm like, yes. I was ready for this, by the way. I had all of the stuff we needed ready to go with you guys. So, man, it's a good day.
Good. Feels good.
It's a good day. All right, let's get back to your questions here. Bladecraft, if you had to trade Luka to LA and Silver guaranteed Flagg, what would you command from them? Like, what would I want from the Lakers?
I think it would be more what else would you have to package with Flagg to get Luka back?
If you had to trade Luka to LA and Silver guarantees you Flagg, what would you command? I think he's saying, like, what would I ask from the Lakers? Nothing, because I wouldn't do the deal. If I could trade Cooper Flagg to LA for Doncic right now, I would do it and not think twice about it. And I think Flagg's going to be a damn good player in the league. I don't know if y'all watched the game last night, but dude, he looked awesome. They gave him the ball down late. He made winning plays. Like, Cooper Flagg's going to be a winner in this league. He's going to be a damn good player in this league.
Yeah, if he doesn't slip, you walk away with a win last night.
Got fouled. Jersey tugged by Kuzma. Got fouled.
We have to call it what it was. It was a slip. If it was called a foul, it'd be like if he got fouled.
Well, let's see if the last 2-minute report has been published, Mr. Lopez.
I saw the play. Also, I think the last 2-minute report is the stupidest thing about it.
Oh, it's
Why
ridiculous.
do you admit that you're wrong when you can do nothing about it after the fact?
Well, no, the crazy thing about it is the last 2-minute report is not made by the officials. It's made independently of the officials. They are completely separate entities. That's the crazy part about the whole thing. It's not available anyway. They haven't released it yet. But have any reports come out about Luka requesting a trade? No, unfortunately not. I guarantee you he'll be asked today in his press conference about it, though.
I think he's silent today. I don't think we get anything from Luka today. Tomorrow after the Thunder
tomorrow
game.
Against the game, yeah.
Tomorrow after the Thunder
game,
especially if he has another 40, 50
Luka will take the high road. He will say, no comment, wish the best for the Mavericks. That's what he'll say.
I think he has a little smirk.
Oh, of course he'll
He's
have a smirk.
He's going to have a little smirk.
He'll have his little
Slovenian
grin. Smirk. No question about that. No question about that. Yeah, I mean, Flagg was absolutely fouled on that play. And look, I'll full disclosure this. With Patrick Dumont in the building and Nico having to sit there with the fire Nico chance, I was rooting for the Mavs to lose that game last night. Thought it was hilarious that they blew a 13-point lead in the fourth quarter. And it was the best outcome for everyone. So I'm not going to complain, but it absolutely was a foul.
Hey, you know what? You sacrificed one loss. Nico's gone.
But also,
do it again.
Yes, it was a foul. Make all your free throws, PJ Washington. We're in overtime and see what happens. So
Maybe
there's
the
that.
fire Nico chance rattled him.
There's that. Johnny with the question. Use Lively to get our picks back. I would trade Lively. Problem. Lively doesn't play. He's injured. There's no timetable for Dereck Lively's return. So, what are you going to get for D Live? I like him. Again, I like the players that the Mavericks have. But if a team comes with the right offer, trade them.
No one aside from Cooper Flagg is untradeable on this team.
Yeah, I'd absolutely agree with that. I think Flagg is the only one you would say is untradeable. And if you could get a superstar for Flagg, I would even consider it.
Would you take the Giannis trade now for Cooper Flagg, knowing that this kid's 18, Giannis is over 30?
It's a great question. I think no, but I would think about it really hard.
Giannis and 2 firsts. 2 unprotected firsts.
I get 2 1s?
Yeah.
For Flagg?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I'd do it.
Okay.
Yeah. I would do that. Giannis for a Flagg straight up, I'd have to think about it really hard. You could convince me into doing that. You could convince me into doing that. I'd obviously trade him for Luka. Would you do Cooper Flagg for Cade Cunningham?
I feel like I would need some other assets.
I would need some other assets
I would need some
as well.
draft picks. Also, the one that we haven't talked, and I feel like I have my easy answer: Cooper Flagg for Wemby.
Oh yeah,
Straight up, yeah,
of course.
Yeah,
I would absolutely do that.
nothing against Cooper Flagg, but
Nope,
Wemby is
not.
just.
Wemby might be the greatest player of all time.
I'm
serious.
He has the potential.
Yeah, look, like Cade Cunningham could be a Mavericks target down the line. He's an Arlington native. He secretly loves the Mavericks. Like he's a Mavericks fan.
He probably grew up watching.
He did. Yeah, he grew up in Arlington. Like he loves the Mavs, so just keep an eye on Cade down the road. Not anytime soon, but
At some point. Okay.
Slovenia sends their regards, Nico. That's hilarious.
I hope Nico gets stuck in Slovenia instead of Wyoming.
That would be his worst nightmare of all time. That's hilarious. Hit that like button if you love the Dallas Mavericks. If you're happy about today's news of Nico Harrison being fired here on today's show, like the video right now. Patrick says there is no trade that completes this team. You have to build around Flagg and pray for good luck. Yeah, pretty much. That's why, like, I'm in favor of a rebuild. I'm in favor of tearing it down to the studs and keeping Flagg and acquiring picks and doing whatever you can to rebuild around Cooper Flagg. I'm completely okay with that. If you wanted to try and make this team a win-now team, you're praying on Anthony Davis to get healthy, which he won't. You're praying on Kyrie Irving to get healthy, which he might, but it's going to take a while. You're praying on Flagg to take a quick early step. You're praying on Dereck Lively to stay healthy, which he won't. Like, it's a futile exercise that this team is going to be ready to win now. It just is. It just is. Spaniard Boy with another question. Who else is going tomorrow for the Suns game? First game of Nico gone, going to be good energy in the building. There will be a good energy in the building tomorrow. I will be live here on the channel doing a watch party for the game. So if you're not at the American Airlines Center, hang out with us on the channel and watch us because we'll be having fun. But yeah, no question that it will be I think a fun and joyful atmosphere.
A part of me, like, I don't want to go to the game because I don't know if it's going to be that great of a game, but a part of me wants to go and just, like, see what the outside of the AAC is like before the game. Like, you know, get that atmosphere. See if it's, like, buzzing.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome, man.
Maybe making a trip tomorrow evening after work.
After work? Yeah, that'd be cool.
Walk
yeah,
over there.
I'll be here tomorrow. So come join if you're not going to the AAC. Come join. Emilia says, do you think there's a possibility of Luka to come back to Dallas? I mentioned this earlier. It's not 0%, but it's a very small chance at this point. It was 0 as long as Nico was in charge, and now that he's gone, the chances of that are elevated small. I would say it's less than 1% chance. That can obviously grow as time goes on. Like, we'll see what happens with the Lakers. We'll see what happens in the next couple of years of Luka's career. Full disclosure, I expect an MVP this season from Luka, and I expect an NBA championship within the next 3. So that'll probably keep him in LA, would be my guess. Is it an impossibility? No, it's not. It's not. Exactly. We have a chance at building something now. We have a chance at building something now. No question. No question, Patrick. Make sure that no news has come in here. Yeah, we have fellow Lakers fans in here. Lopez is a Lakers fan as well. So he loves Nico. He's sad about this news.
Me and Coop were talking about this yesterday, that we were talking about the idea of Nico getting fired today. So in honor of that, I got a little Lakers shirt on with Luka on it.
Do you?
Yeah, it's a little chilly in the chat sports studio, but
not a little.
Yeah.
It's actually not too bad in here right now, though.
But I do got a little Laker Luka shirt action going on under my hoodie. Nico, you are always welcome at the Crypto.com Center. You will not be welcome as an employee.
I'm dead. But you're welcome as a guest of honor.
Yes, you can be Rob Pelinka's +1.
Does he get his statue next to Kobe?
Kobe's getting like 3 statues, so we can be next to one of them.
Fair enough. Does he have multiple?
I think the plan was to get him 3.
That's crazy.
I think it's supposed to be him at number 8 that they already have.
And then 24.
Him and Gigi is supposed to be 1, and then I think 24.
Very nice. Very nice. Yep, Michael Finley and Matt Riccardi are the new interim general managers of the Mavericks. And the Mavs will commence a search for the full-time GM position. And we will have candidates here on the show either this afternoon or in the morning tomorrow. That remains to be seen. But we will have that list here before too long. I think I'll probably put that out. I will lean this afternoon, but no guarantees. It might be tomorrow morning. You guys let me know down in the comments, though. Who do you want to be the next general manager of the Dallas Mavericks? Who would your vote be? Cast your vote in the comment section and go vote in our live poll as well. If I had to vote right now, my vote is Bob Myers, former Golden State Warriors general manager, 4-time NBA champ, architect of that Warriors dynasty. That would be my vote for GM. Be hard to get Bob Myers, though, because he is in charge of Josh Harris's companies who own Crystal Palace Football Club. They own Philadelphia 76ers. and the Washington Commanders as well. So Bob Myers is very busy and employed at the moment. So it'd be difficult to pry him away from that. But if I had to pick one, he would be my vote. Not a huge fan of Masai Ujiri. I don't think that would be a great fit. I'd be cool with Dennis Lindsey. I'd be okay with Jason Kidd being elevated to GM and them hiring a coach. That pretty much ends the list for me.
What would be like your most off the wall hire? Like odds are it's not going to happen, but there's like a slim chance.
Dirk?
You think Dirk's
That's
like
pretty off the wall, yeah. Like I don't think Dirk wants the job, and I don't think the Mavericks want Dirk to have the job. Because it's unfair to put that amount of pressure on Dirk for him to be tasked with doing the impossible, building this Mavericks franchise back to what it once was when he was starring for this team for 21 seasons. Spaniard says, I actually like J. Kidd as GM. My vote is Finley. I don't trust any outsiders anymore. Yeah, fully agree, and that is an absolutely fair concern to have. The only thing with Finley is I would need to know for certain what side of the coin he was on when it came to the Luka trade. If he was on the side of approving it, bye-bye. Adios. See you later. If he was on the side of we probably shouldn't have done that, all right, we can vet you, we can interview you, and you can have a chance to be our general manager. I like Finn. He's been involved in the organization for a long time now, post his playing career. So he's certainly on the table as a possibility. But the more I can think about it, I'm warming up to the idea of Jason Kidd being the general manager. The only reason I would say as a con of Kidd being the GM would be he's a pretty good coach. He's a pretty good coach, and it's hard to find good coaches in the league. And I know I'm in the minority on this, but I do think Jason Kidd's a good coach. So that would be a problem. GM Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban will not be involved in any operations with the Mavericks anymore, unfortunately. Or fortunately, however you look at that. But he will not be involved in basketball ops anymore.
Jose Cruz Torres also had a great question. Do we need to find out everyone involved in the pro-Luka trade before considering them for GM? Especially internally.
Yes. The only problem is there's two guys that we know of for certain. There's two guys. One of them just got fired this morning. The other one owns the basketball team.
Can't really replace that.
Can't replace that. And I'll give credit to Dumont. He's trying to avenge his mistakes. Whether it works or not remains to be seen, but he's trying. He's admitted that the Luka trade was a mistake. He's admitted that this fan base is broken. He understands that we demand excellence from this organization, and that hasn't been the case, and that the fabric of this franchise was ruined when Luka was traded to the Lakers. He does understand that now. I wish he understood it before the trade happened, but he now realizes that that was the case.
And then also, will there be a moment of silence for Nico pregame tomorrow? And how long before the Bring Back Luka chant start? Are you going to do something like a moment of silence on live?
Hell no.
Like maybe a little Nico memorial behind you?
Hell no. There should be a moment of cheering, let alone not a moment of silence.
Unsilent.
The Bring Back Luka chants, I mean, you can do that all you want. That's literally impossible. So, like the Fire Nico chants actually had purpose. And it got to the point where the owner took notice of the chants and ended up firing the guy. Like, you can say that Dumont made the decision, but Mavericks fans absolutely had responsibility in getting Nico Harrison fired. No question about it. No question about it. Well, Straw Hat, I think he does now. I think he understands the value of players now after he learned his lesson. That's the issue. That's the issue. That's the issue. All right. We'll give it about 3-ish more minutes here. And if no super chats come in, we will sign off for the day. If anything crazy, like if the Mavericks organize a press conference or something today, we'll go live again later in the afternoon. I don't know if that's going to happen because Dumont already put out that letter. And he's not someone that goes to the press. So if that happens, we will be live, but don't count on it, full disclosure. But yeah, 3 more minutes. If no Super Chats come in, we'll sign off for the day. Here is our Super Chat menu for today. Appreciate each and every one of y'all that have Super Chatted, that have commented, that have liked the video on the show. Y'all are what make this show happen. So we appreciate all the support, man. We really, really do.
It's been fun.
We got one right there from Biko.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you, my man. Any Super Chat you'll get on screen. I got to figure out something to say about Nico as well. We'll do a let's go Mavs chant for $5 as well, and 50. We will knock down a beer boot. Let's see. Just got another notification here, so.
Ooh.
Yeah. Stephen A. asked Shams Charania, who is the person that insisted Luka Doncic needed to go? Shams replied, it was Nico Harrison. It was Nico Harrison's decision, pitch, idea to trade Luka Doncic. There you go. The conspiracies don't exist, man. It was just a bad actor. That's it. Biko coming in with the 10. Appreciate you, my man.
It's still loading in.
We'll get you on screen here as soon as our software allows us.
There we go.
Here we go. Talking about the future with excitement now. Love it. And Lopez is bringing the good vibes too. Lopez is the vibes guy, dude. That's what he does.
I'm the vibes coordinator at Chat Sports.
Quite literally. He is the vibes coordinator at Chat Sports. Whenever I ask Lopez what he's doing on the weekend, he just goes, vibing. That's it. That's all he does. Lopez is a viber, man. He's trying to find some vibes because his LSU Tigers are in shambles at the moment.
Yeah.
They're about to get sued by Brian Kelly. And
we're going to sue Brian Kelly first. We're going to find something he did.
I'm sure there is something there.
He might have killed another kid while he was in Baton Rouge. Let's start the rumors, guys.
He said it, not me. Nah, shout out to Lopez, man. He always brings the good vibes, even though he's a scumbag Lakers fan.
You told me yesterday I was one of the better Lakers fans.
No, you are. But that doesn't make you a non-scumbag because they're all scumbags. Just kidding. Lopez is the absolute best, man. We appreciate it. He produces most of our content here at Mavericks Today. So we absolutely love Lopez, man. We appreciate him. All right, now I got to figure out something else to say about Nico. Let's see. I hope when Nico Harrison wakes up in the middle of the night, he hears ghosts whispering the number 77 into his ether.
And he gets so scared that he gets up and he's like gonna run out of his house and he accidentally stubs his toe super hard.
Ooh, I like that. Like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. That's all I have to say on Nico Harrison, man. Guy stinks. Glad he's out. Yeah, the Mavericks aren't going to move to Vegas. I promise. It's not going to happen.
Grizzlies.
Debbie says, thank you for always keeping us updated. We appreciate you. We'll get you a shot next live I'm on. Debbie, hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, look, I want to keep the fans informed, want to keep the fans entertained, all for free right here on the channel. So that's why you subscribe. That's why you hit the like button. And if you appreciate it, you can send us a super chat because any and all super chats go directly back to helping out the channel, allowing us more resources to do live shows like this, to do live shows like the watch party we're doing tomorrow, to get you guys more content out. So greatly, greatly appreciate all the support, man. I really, really do. Really do. All right. We'll give it a 2-minute shot clock here, Lopez. Okay. And if no super chats come in, we will sign off for the day, as it is almost noon here in Dallas, Texas, and it looks absolutely gorgeous outside, by the way.
Let's do the rest of our work outside. Let's do like a field trip.
I am in. Let's go to Griggs. Go to Griggs and
I'm in.
Do the rest of our work. We can do a VOD outside, right? Just bring the mic. That's it.
Yeah, God forbid us trying to catch a vibe outside.
How dare us catch a vibe out today? I will be smoking a stogie tonight. I'll put it on Twitter. You can go follow me on Twitter. I'll put a picture of me smoking the stogie out there tonight because the bad man is gone.
He can't hurt me anymore.
He can't hurt me anymore.
Pointing on the doll where he heard you.
Oh, man. Jet Wolf coming in with the 5.
Hey.
Shout out Jet Wolf. Appreciate you. One second. Just responding to some. Got a zillion texts here.
Yep. While that super chat loads in, hit the sub button. This is a live sub ticker, so if you hit the sub button, you're gonna see that number change. You're gonna be
Facts.
like, oh, that was me.
100%. Hit the subscribe button. Okay. All right.
There we go. Go
Jet Wolf. Let's go, Mavs. Let's go, Mavs. Let's go, Mavs. AD has to be traded, right? If a team magically trades for him, what could you possibly get in return? That is the $1 million question, Mr. Jet Wolf, and I appreciate the super chat as always. Yes, I would lean yes, trade Anthony Davis. Does he have to be traded? No. I would absolutely lean that way. I would be mildly surprised if he was traded in season. Wouldn't be shocked. I'd be surprised, though. I think a trade is much more likely in the offseason of Anthony Davis for a couple of reasons. Number one, he is absolutely not healthy right now. He tried to play in Washington to try to save Nico Harrison's job, and the Mavericks essentially overruled him, and Davis has not played since. Might play tomorrow night against the Suns. We'll see if he actually does, but he has missed the last 6 games. He has played 14 out of a possible 46 games that he has been eligible to play for the Dallas Mavericks. And I do think that is a big problem in finding a market for Anthony Davis. I would lean towards trading him. What could you possibly get in return? I don't even know where to start, to be honest. I think the deal, if Michael Finley and Matt Riccardi or whoever the GM is were to make it, you would hope to get 2 first-round picks for him. Don't think you're getting that, though.
Maybe one unprotected, one protected.
Yeah, you might. I think that would be best case scenario. If you got 1 protected and 1 unprotected, are you going to get a young player for him? Probably not. Will there be a sucker like the Portland Trailblazers or the Brooklyn Nets or the Charlotte Hornets or the Chicago Bulls that want to take on AD's contract? I don't know where to start. And that's, Godspeed to the whoever's making that decision, because it's going to be a damn difficult one to try to find the right package to trade Anthony Davis. I do think that's the biggest problem with, yes, I would trade him. Am I getting value for him, though? Probably not, right? Probably not. I do not want LaMelo Ball. No.
I do not want to touch LaMelo Ball.
No. No LaMelo Ball whatsoever. Biko says, go touch grass. We do need to go touch some grass, Lopez. We need to go outside and go touch some grass. We'll hit the news one more time, and then we'll sign off here. So, in case you missed it, we've been live for about an hour and a half now, I believe.
Hour and 45.
Hour and 45. Nico Harrison officially fired as general manager of the Dallas Mavericks. He is no longer employed by Patrick Dumont. The architect of the Luka Doncic trade is gone 9 months after the trade. He said time will tell if he's right. Time told, man. Everybody knew he was wrong at the time, and he is no longer employed by the Mavericks. Michael Finley and Matt Riccardi are now interim GMs of the Mavericks for the foreseeable future as Patrick Dumont begins a search for the next permanent general manager of the Mavs. And we don't know what the timeline looks like on that. It could be in season. It could be a wait till the offseason type of thing. So, of course, we'll keep you up to date with everything surrounding that. But as of right now, it is Riccardi and it is Finley taking control of basketball operations. The Mavericks do play tomorrow night against the Phoenix Suns. We will be live for that game around 7:20 p.m. Central Time. So stay tuned for that and hit that subscribe button because we will be here once again breaking down. We'll talk Nico. We'll talk Mavs versus Suns. We'll live it up and have an absolute party. Big shout out to producer Lopez for helping us out today. Helped me get out the video earlier, helping me do this live show. Show some love to Lopez down in the chat. You can go give me a follow on Twitter at Jeff_Coop27. Bring you all of the latest updates on the Dallas Mavericks, news and rumors, analysis from the games. And now that Nico Harrison is gone, probably less doom tweets and more tweets surrounding the future of this franchise going forward, which I'm very happy about. I didn't take pride in having to tweet bad things about the Mavericks. I didn't want to do that. But here we are. So follow me on Twitter. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you soon on the channel with a video on the latest general manager replacements and what that general manager needs to do with this Mavericks roster going forward. So that's coming up next here on the channel. We'll see you live tomorrow. As always, hit that sub button and let's go Mavs.